I'm sorry, I get many calls every day. What do you mean? Did I get called before?
Like, did you spoke to someone, or you just what type of call was that?
What? I speak to people
I'm
every
asking, did you
day.
spoke in about like what did you spoke before?
Well, Maple called about her goiter, and Billy Bob was going on about the bushes in his backyard, and you really want to know who all I spoke to today?
Yes.
Let me
This call
think.
is that okay.
Excuse me?
This is the Social Security Administration. So, can you verify me with the date of birth?
My date of birth, yeah, is 7/4/89.
Okay. So you just need to help me out with your Social Security number so that I can get the records for you.
Well, the last four digits is 7447.
And what about the rest number, ma'am?
I'm sorry, what did you say your
If
name was again?
Gary Watson.
Okay.
If you can provide me the whole Social Security number, that's gonna be better for you, ma'am.
Okay, it's 7447.
From which state was your Social Security number been issued to you?
I think Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a moment while I'm getting the information for you, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Okay. So, ma'am, this call is to inform you regarding some legal enforcement action which has been taken under your name and your Social Security number. Regarding this, we have got an order to suspend your social on immediate basis because your social has been found suspicious for committing some fraudulent activities in Washington, D.C.
No way.
Are you ever,
No,
have you been to Washington, D.C., ma'am?
I have not been to Washington, no.
Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide you some primary information about this case, the case ID number and a few of my information. Can you kindly grab a pen and a piece of paper handy so that you can write down?
Yeah.
Okay. So once if you're ready with the pen, just let me know.
Well, I have a pencil. Is that okay?
Okay, so do you have something to write it down?
Yeah.
All right. So write down your case ID number is WA
Okay.
number 468 5631. And you can write down, my name is Gary Watson. And you can note down, my badge ID number is WA 6931. You got that?
Yeah, I think so. I got, WA 4688631.
Yes.
What is that number for again? Is that case ID?
So from that, yes, from the Social Security Administration,
Case.
they are going to register a case file under your name to make you get arrested because we have found a lot of suspicious activities under your name and your Social Security number. So that is the reason you are getting called today, so that we can notify you about that matter.
Did you just say I'm getting arrested?
Yes, so we have found that your Social Security number was being
You're
used
arresting
in
me?
illegal activities. So listen to me why it's happening. So we have found that your social security number was been found that your social was been used in illegal activities in Washington DC. That is the reason from the Social Security Administration they are contacting you today just to notify you, and they are going to file a case under your name to arrest you. So for which
Ah,
we are notifying you about this matter.
that's that's so not groovy.
Have you ever been to Washington DC, ma'am?
No, not DC. I've been to Washington, but not DC.
So that means you don't know nothing about what exactly is going on under your name and the social security number?
I don't know nothing.
Okay. So I'm going to explain you it's and everything. I'll make you understand. But before I go ahead and explain you about this situation, first of all, I'd like to inform you the line on which you are talking with me now is being federally recorded and monitored by Social Security Administration and Law Enforcement Agency. So I request you
Federally
not to interrupt me in
recorded?
between. Yes, so I request you not to interrupt me in between when I'm explaining you about this case. Once I'm done, I'll give you a fair enough chances to speak, because this recorded line will be used in the courthouse as an evidence in the favor of you or in against of you, okay?
Okay, so how
Is
long
that okay?
before I get arrested though?
So I'll be notifying you, I'll be making you understand first of all what exactly the step was from the government is going to take now. So when the investigation was started under your name and your social security number, when we recovered an abandoned car in the south border of Washington DC, we found the make and the model number of the car was Toyota Corolla 2009. Do you drive a Toyota Corolla?
No, I do not.
Okay, we have found that the vehicle was remaining idle on the street, and at the point of time when the local authorities have reported about this car because of being found idle on the street, at the time they found some blood and drugs inside that car, which made them totally enthralling. Hence, after investigation, they found that the car was rented under your name and your social security number.
My name?
Uh, yes, it was under your name and your social security number. And
Can
also
you
we have
double
found
check
there was
that?
yeah, we have already checked that, ma'am.
Can you
It's
please
only
double
that is
check
region.
again? What spelling do you have?
Yes, exactly. There was under your name and the social number. So that is the reason your name is in the list for which you have been contacted today by the
How
Social
is
Security Department.
my question is, how is my name showing? What do you have in front of you? A spelling?
Wilma is the first name, right?
Correct.
Yes, that's what we have in the list.
And
So
what's the last
and
name?
it's the last name is how do you pronounce that? It's Fingadue, correct? How do you pronounce
Correct.
that?
Fingadue.
Yes. Yes. So we have found there was two addresses which has been linked up with the title of the vehicle, and also we have recovered a consignment of 22 pounds of cocaine, which is an illegal drugs, as well as we have found some financial documents which include some bank statements, transaction receipt, and some checkbooks. We found more than 21 bank accounts was been registered under your name and your social security number. Now the question arises, when we are investigating with those financial institutes, we found thousands of dollars were being wire transfers over locally and internationally, which totally seems suspicious to us.
Well,
So that is
yeah.
the reason. Yes, so right now, your name is under federal investigation in Washington DC, with 3 criminal charges passed against you,
Federal.
which is drugs trafficking and money laundering activities. So that is only the reason.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, that is the reason from the Social Security Administration was about to register a case file under your name to make you arrested. So we have found 21 bank accounts which has been for money laundering activities. So like, do you have any question for me at this point of time, ma'am?
Yeah, what can I, excuse me, what can I do to not be arrested? Because
Okay,
I
like
don't
you're
want to
never
get
involved in
arrested. I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Okay. So that means you were never involved in this case and you don't know anything about that, what's going on, right?
Only what you've told me.
Okay. So that means if you don't know anything about that, so there might be someone else who is using your social identity in Washington DC. Is that right?
I don't know.
Okay. So I have a question for you now. Have you ever lost your wallet or any personal information in the past?
Well, yeah, once.
Okay. What are the personal information you lost before?
Well, I was at MR Biggins one night and my pink wallet went missing, and it pretty much had everything in there. I mean, I had all my information and my credit cards, and I had to get everything canceled and replaced. It was a really, really big hassle.
Okay.
So that happened, but that was the only time.
All right. Okay. All right. I really do appreciate that. And have you ever entered your personal information on any unknown website over the internet?
Any unknown website?
Yes, over the internet.
No. I don't think so, no.
And, okay. And do you suspect someone who can do this kind of activities against you?
Well, I used to have a roommate, Juliet Ramirez.
Okay. So, ma'am, right now, whatever the case, whatever the situation you found under your name, so like we are still doing the investigation. Okay. So we just gone through your past records and we found your past records are good enough.
Good enough.
That is only the reason we try to reach you before you face any legal consequences. So right now we are not sure about the involvement in this case. It might be you who have done this, or it might be a matter of identity theft. Okay. So we are not sure about the involvement in this case. So right now what we need to do, like we just need to go ahead and suspend your social security number right away from your name. That is only just to catch the real culprit. For that we need your corporation.
My corporation?
Are you ready to corporate? Yes. What we need to do, first of all, we need to suspend your social security number, and that is so that we can find out like who really did that kind of activities. For that we need your corporation. Are you ready to cooperate with us to catch the real culprit?
How is that gonna work?
Okay, we'll just try to find out. So if you're not the one, there may be someone else in Washington DC who is using your social identity in illegal activities. So we'll just keep on investigating. So you just need to be with us until and unless the issues get resolved. And after that, what we will be doing is that we are gonna issue a new social security number for you, so that we can catch the suspect as well as you can save yourself from this kind of fraudulent activities. Is that okay?
Yeah, I want to be saved from the fraudulent activities. I didn't do anything, and
if you're not the one, so we'll just try to...
I'm not the one.
The one.
I'm not the one.
We'll just... Okay, we'll just see like what exactly we can do in order to remove
My
them from
question is, so if you cancel my social security number, how does that help you catch the criminals?
So as you know that your social number has been linked up with all of your personal information. So if you're not the one, the criminal who is doing the activities by using your social number, they may able to access to all of your personal information as well. So we don't want them, the thief, to allow to access to all of your personal information. So that is what just for temporarily, until and unless we can find out the person. You just need to cooperate with us, and that is only the reason we are going to issue a new social for you. Okay?
Okay, but how are you going to get them?
Okay, we have our investigating team. Okay, we have the officers. They will just keep on investigating. They will just try to find out. So now even what we have found is that we have found more than 21 bank accounts has been opened under your name and the social security number. And from all this bank account has been used for illegal activities in wire transfers. We have found that doing some wire transfers over locally and internationally, and money laundering activities. So that is the reason Right now what we need to do, we are going to shut down all the fake belongings which has been registered under your name. So out of these 21 bank accounts, may I know the name of the bank which you are banking with right now?
Me?
Yes.
I only bang with Titty Bang.
That is only the one bank you have right now under your name?
That's the only one.
Alright, and in that bank, what type of accounts are you holding right now? Are you holding both the saving and the checking, or only just the checking account?
Right, I have the boat.
And like what exactly do you think, what is the amount you have in the saving account right now?
Well, I have my statement here. Let me tell you exactly what I have. I have $516.32.
In your saving account?
Correct.
And what about the checking?
There is $4,020.22.
Okay. So do you use credit card in that bank?
No, not anymore.
Do you have a debit card in that bank?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a prepaid card for your personal use?
A what?
A prepaid card, the American Express card.
No. No prepaid card.
Okay, so what I need to do, I just need to forward all your information to the higher authority. And right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer your call to one of the senior officer who can help you out for issuing a new social security number. If they ask you, you just need to tell them that you are not the one who is involved in this case. Just tell them that might be somebody else is using my social number in illegal activities. Just try to tell them and convince them in that way. So they will just try to investigate it and will just have a look in there what exactly they can do in order to remove your name from the fraud activities. Okay?
Okay. I'm not the one.
you just
I
be
have
on the
that's what I have to tell them, right? I'm not the one.
The one. I'm not the one.
Yes. Exactly. You just that is why just speak to my officer. He will be working for your case file. You just be on the line. I'm transferring directly right now. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for holding a line. Your line has been connected to me. This is Senior Investigation Officer. You are talking to Jordan McKenzie. Who am I talking to?
This is Wilma Fingadue.
Okay. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm good. What was your name again, please?
Oh, yes. It's Jordan McKenzie, ma'am. Okay.
And what department are you with?
Social Security Administration, SSA.
Okay.
All right. So now, ma'am, as I've just got your call right now, and I've just informed by my colleague in regards to this case that you are being accused of criminal activities known as drug trafficking, money laundering, and supporting to terrorism.
Excuse
so before we
me?
proceed and start any...
You've added another
heard me.
charge. Gary Watson didn't mention anything about terrorism.
Well, ma'am, you know that the money that was been transferred through those fraudulent bank account, it was wired from those accounts to locally and internationally, and it was totally seemed suspicious to us because all those
I'm not the
transactions were
one.
made-
The one.
I'm not the one.
I'm not the
well,
one.
you do not have to tell on me, okay?
I'm not the one.
The one.
I'm not the one.
You do not have to raise your voice just in front of me because I am trying to help you. If you are not the one, then you should cooperate, okay? Not yell.
Gary Watson said all I had to do was tell you that I'm not the one.
The one.
I'm not the one.
Okay, it's not the only thing that you need to do, ma'am. If you are not the one, then you just have to go ahead and prove it. Courthouse, court people, and the world doesn't believe on words. It believes on actions, right? So Miss Wilma, you will have to prove yourself innocent, and for that you will have to cooperate with the Department of Social Security to help us find the real culprit. All right? And if you do not give your cooperation, we will be assuming that you are the one who has been doing all these activities and you are totally involved with this all fraudulent activities, where we will be going ahead and taking all the legal actions that are needs to be done. So would you like to go ahead and cooperate or what?
Well, what do I have to do?
Okay, ma'am. Now, in order to complete
Because I
this
don't want
procedure,
you
there are
zooming
certain...
that it's me.
Okay, no problem.
I'm not the
Then-
one.
The one.
The one. I'm not the one.
Okay, I understand. You just have to follow the conditions and all these things step by step. Okay? I'd like you to verify me the last four of your social here.
7447.
Okay, and your full social must be 7447, correct?
Correct.
All right. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, so the first thing that in order to catch the real culprit that we have to do is we have to go ahead and suspend your current social security number, and we have to issue a new social security number under your name. Okay, now what's going to happen, so whenever the real culprit will try to use your information at any place, we'll be able to get the exact location of the person and we'll be able to put him behind the bars. All right, ma'am?
Well, don't you already have locations on those transactions?
No, ma'am, not right now, because the two persons at the same times were using the informations, right? You were the one who is the real holder of social, been using the information. And the culprit were also been using the information, so we were quite confused who's exactly using and who's the culprit and who's not.
Well,
Right.
that's
So it was
easy
kinda
enough. Wait a minute. Any transactions in Texas, those are mine. But any transactions in Washington, D.C., those are the criminals. Easy peasy.
It's not how that easy to say, ma'am. It's not that easy peasy. Don't even use that word against me over again. Don't even behave like a kid, ma'am, okay? It's not that easy. Have you ever been into the Washington, D.C.'s SSA office? Do you see how many cases we deal with? Do you see how many criminals are out there? If it was that easy, we wouldn't have been called you, or we wouldn't have been, disturbed you at all. You understand? So don't you have at least responsibility to be a good citizen and cooperate with the government for once?
Well, I always
getting
do.
Social
This is
Security
not for
benefits too,
once.
right?
I've been a good citizen my entire life.
Yes, but cooperating, it's just for the one and last things, right? Cooperating, you are just going to cooperate with the department for once. Have you done it before? Have you ever been in this kind of case before?
I've never
Have you
been
been
in a
deep from the-
case
have you-
before, but I have cooperated every day of my life.
Not to the government directly, not in this kind of cases where you are stuck in. Don't
I've
be
never
over
had
smart,
a,
ma'am. Do you
I've never
take
had
care
a
of this
case.
case, or you want me to proceed further with a legal matter where I can just send the police right now at your place within 15 minutes to take you into the custody with a known bailable arrest warrant, ma'am?
I don't want to be arrested.
Ma'am, please, try to cooperate and don't be an over smart. It's not that easy peasy. I really didn't like that coming out for you.
So sorry, it's an expression I use.
It's not how the things work, okay? Not everything seems easy peasy, it's easy peasy. Lots of things we have to follow, lots of orders we have to follow. We also have to, those are the criminals and very intelligent criminals, right? And it's not that easy peasy to find them. They use virtual private networks, VPNs, to, change their locations all the time.
They do?
I'm sorry.
know.
I'm sorry for my misbehavior and yelling on you, but yeah, ma'am, it's not that easy, okay? You should understand, there are lots of technologies around the market that we are not even aware of, and the culprit and the criminals are already using, right? And the public don't even aware of. So please, don't even do that again. So right now we have to go ahead and suspend your social number, and we have to issue a new social. And what's going to happen if your current social will be suspended? Your bank account, your credit card, your debit card that is linked with your social, it will be suspended too. So can you afford that to happen?
No.
Okay. So we will give you an option where you can safeguard them instead of losing them, okay? and you can safeguard your assets directly into the secure wallet of the government's given to you. We will be giving it to you, okay? And after receiving your new social number, you can go ahead and transfer all your belongings back into your old social after getting all these things complete. Okay, so the right now main thing
I
that
get
we
my
have to go
old
ahead and
social
safeguard.
back.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, you will get it because that's your true social since from where you were born, right? That's your true
Right.
social, and the social to be once and for all. The new social that you will be getting, it would be for a temporary time until we don't catch the real culprit. Okay?
Do you know how long that will take?
Yes, it will take a little bit time, ma'am. It will take us like 15, 20 days or maybe a month, but yes, it will take a little time.
Okay.
All right. So, in order to safeguard your assets, there are certain conditions, there are certain procedures that you will need to follow. Okay. Now, are you agree to safeguarding your assets with the Department of Social Security, ma'am, instead of losing them?
What does that entail?
You will just have to transfer the money from your bank account to the government certified secure bonds. In a simple language, you know them as a gift cards. You have to transfer your money into those verification certified gift cards, and you have to keep them with you secure so you don't lose them. Okay, and you do not have to give those gift cards to anyone. You do not have to send those gift cards to anyone. You have to keep them safe with you because it will be having your money in there. Okay? And after receiving your new temporary social security number, you can transfer the money back from those gift cards to your bank account at the same time. Okay, within just 5 minutes of process. All right?
5 minutes?
It's a future thing. Like once you will be receiving your social security number, then after you can transfer the money from those gift cards to your bank account back again, ma'am. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, first of all, you see, if this case goes out in public, if we dispute this case in the public and public comes to know that you are facing the certain charges of drug trafficking, money laundering, and supporting to terrorism, right? So they might look at you with a third eye and your reputation will be on stake.
Well,
Correct?
yeah. That would not be good. I don't want the third eye on me. I didn't do any terrorism. I didn't do anything.
Right.
I didn't launder any money.
Right.
I don't know, what was all the charges? The Fingadue file will continue to build. Be sure to watch for part 2 and hear Jordan say...
Hosariki. My God. Okay, let me just calm down, okay? Let me just take one little deep breath. Let me have a glass of water.